What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the True Media Show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Hinano, along with my co-host, D1 and only. As guys, I think something historic happened yesterday, and nobody's really talking about it on YouTube. So we're going to do that today. But before we do that, D, how are you?
I'm doing good. Yes, very exciting stuff happening, and I can't wait to talk about it. And look at that wall right there. I wish I had all these Batcowls in my collection, but I
I
don't.
know. No, but you know what's so interesting about this wall? It is on MagicEden.
So sweet,
and,
sweet as candy.
and I gotta admit, I was getting a little obnoxious yesterday, and I don't even have to get obnoxious, right? Because I mean, and what I mean by that is, it's kind of like whenever you guys, whenever you go for a drop and you land something really awesome, like the obnoxious part is, I'm gonna brag about this mint number, right? Like a good example is like, I always thought if I like landed like say a 1977 mint, I would wear that thing around my neck and be obnoxious and walk around like I'm cool, right? And so yesterday, for I think at least a good, was it 20 minutes, D? Yeah.
Was it only 20
I took
minutes?
that 20-minute obnoxious walk and then
You
I
stretched
stopped.
it pretty long.
But that's okay. And the reason why I say that is this project has been through the ringer and back. They've been told that they were dead too many times. I remember seeing those stupid gifs where they're holding the coffin and stuff like that. Well, guess who has the last laugh? Check this out. So I'm just gonna leave it like that really quick. This is really meant to be a positive stream, so I'm just gonna be glib one time. But shout out to the Batcowls, shout out to the Batcowl community, because we are on MagicEden. That's right, guys. The Solana migration on Candy Digital is going very well. In fact, I believe the majority of the MLB stuff has migrated so far. Shout out to Pixel Trader. This is the Candy Digital migration tracker, and he came up with this so we could kind of see our assets. So right now, the Major League Baseball guys are really hitting the home runs here because the majority of their assets, 97.8%, according to this graph here, this is not official, by the way, says that these haven't been migrated. So that's 193,000 items migrated. And now DC Comics is slowly making their migration with 2.2%. And remember, Tad said DC Comics Batcowls are all together now. So, yeah, we have 2.2% of the collection so far moved. I believe Kryptoni was one of the first to actually have a comic book that got migrated. But I gotta say, what a beautiful thing to see right here, D. These are in my Solana wallet, guys. These these are on chain. And the beautiful thing about these being on chain is you get to see Solana Metacore right over here. It's got the mint address. They did a really good job at the attributes right here for your characteristics of your cowl itself. This is the cowl that was wearing the Bitcoin tie, by the way. Tad, if you want it. I'm just kidding. This is a hard cowl to give away, actually. In fact, in all fairness, I've only sold one thing on Candy Digital, and it was mainly because my wife didn't have a bat cowl. We didn't have transfers at the time. We have transfers now, which is great. But at the time, we didn't have it, so I sold one item so my wife could buy a bat cowl so she could be a part of the project. And that was fairly early, and that's, I think, the only item I've ever sold on Candy. I'm a big DC fan, so a lot of the assets that I bought on Candy was for long-term holds and for basically my fandom, right? For me to see them, for me to collect, right? Because at the end of the day, all I really wanted was just to have DC stuff on chain or DC stuff digitized, right? Because, collecting can be very hoarding. And we won't even get into that. I haven't even looked at our chat yet, guys. I'll get to you guys in a minute. But essentially, we're going to go down the timeline to see all the excitement today, because historically, DC is now on the Solana blockchain. DC is on a layer 1 blockchain. And we're going to talk about why this is important. And right here, this is my Genesis cowl. This is the first cowl. This was the cowl that got me in the door. And I'm going to be very, very, very honest, because I don't like to be a poser. I've been in the community from day one, but I haven't been as active in the community as the diehards. And I'm talking about the MLB fans. I'm talking about the DC3 comic guys and the Batcowl community. They have been in this from day one. This is basically where they like to chill the most. So I'm just one of those content creators slash community members like my wife that really loves DC, been with the project from day one, never sold. But when it comes to the diehards, hey, that's the Batcowls community, that's the MLB community, and that's the DC3 community. I'm so happy for you guys because I watched it for 4 years. I watched us go up, down, left, right. Other projects just poop on us, right? I watched that happen. And now it's just it makes me so happy to see that everything that was promised, everything that you guys have been expecting and waiting for, you guys got it. And so shout out to you guys for waiting so long and for being diehards and passionate fans of your fandom, specifically MLB and DC. So, D, you want to add anything to this?
I'm just excited. I have my one Batcowl, and that is the only thing that's fully on chain, at least from my collection. And I'm waiting for my other stuff to come in. But yeah, I'm just excited. It's very exciting times. So was it June 23rd? Mark it on the calendar if you haven't already done so.
That's when you got it, June 23rd?
Or 22nd. It was still nighttime for us, but it was already like the next day on the East Coast. So I guess you could say, yeah, I think it was the 23rd. June 23rd.
Well, needless to say, guys, Batcowls collection is now on chain. You can see it right over there. We are looking at, I believe this is Tensor, right? Yeah, we're on Tensor right now. And I'm basically on Tensor because Tensor shows kind of like a really big overview on the attributes as well as the cowl itself. The awesome thing is this is all on chain. Everything, all the metadata, all the keywords, everything that's associated with this cowl. And, this is a super cool cowl because it is, part of the Green Lantern, but or the lanterns in general, right? But this is my first cowl, right? And so, like, for me, this is like the one where it's like I won't get rid of because this is the Genesis. This is basically I minted this. This is mine. This is like one of those that won't leave, right? So, and I'm super stoked about that. But why is this so cool? Like, what's up with this, right? So let's explain, basically what happened here. Candy Digital moved all of their collectibles to Solana, basically using Metaplex. Solana is a layer 1. Solana is on fire right now because the RWA market, I believe, hit a $3 billion market cap last week. You also got other blockchains as well, like Panini and all them. They're hitting strides when it comes to, digital cards and stuff like that. Kind of the offerings that that Candy's going to be doing as well. So the NFT market isn't dying. I know a lot of people are saying, I think Millie's been saying this a lot, and I agree with him when it comes to, like, we're in a bear market, but there's a lot of sales going on. There's a lot of people still buying. And I'm just very excited to see where this lies for Candy Digital, basically because Taz's been saying he wants to basically be the storefront and have a healthy secondary market. Well, they moved to Solana, layer 1. It's a chain that is active because of all the RWA markets, and it looks like it's a chain that's trying to clean up their act. Because I used to know Solana as the meme chain, right? As we're going to get rug pulled and all this stuff. But now it's really turning into a collectible chain because of all the RWA people going in there. You've got BZs, Fidgetals, you've got the Fanatics, you got Collect Crypt, and now you got Candy Digital there. And so by having all these big projects, not only, digitize and bring digital collectibles to the chain, but actually turning a profit, showing liquidity, having a fan base started on this chain because of that. And also with the advent and all the added benefits of Metaplex Core, it's going to be very exciting, D, to see where we're going to go with Candy Digital specifically because there's so much action on Solana right now. What do you think about that, D?
Action is the word. Lots of action as of late. But yeah, for me, Solana, I didn't really, know a lot about Solana until just recently. And especially with the Candy Digital on that blockchain that they decided to go with because of the what do you call it? Certain, no, I'm trying to find the right word. Because of the royalties that for sure they'll be getting from the IPs and stuff. So I'm also like learning a lot more now about Solana and all the different
Oh,
marketplaces. Oh,
so Duck and cover. RWA means real world asset. It's similar to what Fanable does, where basically you tokenize a one for one asset, right? Let me give you a great example. I've got one right here. So this was a tokenized asset. This was an RWA. I got off one of those gachapons, right? But I decided to redeem it. You don't see this. This is like tiny, dude. Hold on. Give me just a minute. Your eyes and mine combined. Yeah. So this is a Charizard. This is the mega Charizard actually. So this is a really good hit that I got. So this used to be an RWA. RWA is a one for one. So basically, this would be in a vault, and then they digitize this and they create a placeholder, an NFT, where you can buy, trade, and sell in the marketplaces. So there's a lot of marketplaces that do this type of stuff on Solana. Fanable from Base. I believe also Courtyard. That's also on Base. So that's basically RWA. So sorry, D, go ahead.
I was just saying I'm learning more about the blockchain, and I'll be using it a lot more, um, as well as the different marketplaces. Like I've never heard of Tensor until I went to look at the one Batcall that migrated, um, and there's like a option to see it on Metaplex Core, Tensor, and MagicEden, and so
D,
yeah,
it
but
just keeps going
I
and
know.
going and going. I love it. Okay, go ahead.
I just I just love seeing all this. If I
Yeah.
could afford all these bat cows, I would. Like it's just so beautiful just
Yeah.
to
Shout out
see.
to Commander E and 100% Collect Crypt does that as well. Yeah, I've used Collect Crypt. I haven't used BZs yet, but I've used Collect Crypt. I've used Fidgetals, and I've used Fanatics.
Hmm.
But yeah, but guys, let's get into this. Why is this so important? Okay, so basically, Candy Move is moving all their stuff to Solana. It's a layer one, guys. They're using Metaplex Core, which is Solana's next generation NFT standard. And I have to admit, this was quick. Like, I know people like to tease, oh, Candy was dead. You know what's so funny about that? Tad came back, turned the lights on, and within 4 months, 4 months, you've got projects out here that's been around for 4 years. Still haven't accomplished this yet, by the way. 4 months, turn the lights back on, got new employees and old employees back on the project, put life back into the place, already has a scheduled drop, has a new website, and we have custody of our assets. And if you guys don't believe me, shout out to Pixel Trader. He's given us all the information right here. Here's the alpha, guys. It's happening. Or should I say it happened already? Because here it is. But let's move on as to the key point as to why this is historic, right? I got to stop being glib. Major traditional IP is on a number one layer one. Ethereum is another one as an example, right? Base is a layer two, but that's also popular versus a layer one. Layer ones have a lot of liquidity involved with it. And this isn't some random project. Guys, this is DC official. This is DC Comics, and this is Batman. This is the Batman IP. And if I remember correctly, Legacy did say the Batcowls are their own IP. They are also 3D rigged already, so they're game ready. So it's just very interesting on the future potential of utility that these things could have using the Metaplex core. It's really cool. But really, what this does, guys, by looking at all these beautiful cowls, it means that this is a mainstream IP that validates itself being on the blockchain. Let's say that again. This is DC validating that their stuff is on Solana right here because they had to have given the okay. You can't just mint their stuff willy nilly. Like, well, I guess you could, but in a sense, they still have to be okay with it, right? But it's really cool. Another thing from the side chain of it all, L1s are real and they have real performance. They've been around a very long time. So there's that as well. Plus Metaplex Core, which is a next level type of NFT protocol. It's very interesting in what they can do right here. So you can do things a lot cheaper. You can mint things cheaper. You can have things more efficient versus the older standard. I think I remember in the Twitter space that they did last week. Was it Matt L? I believe he's their Solana guru. He was kind of talking about how they couldn't do certain things and they were limited on the old technology and the old way that they were handling things. And now with Metaplex Core, they can do a lot of other things. And I believe he alluded to, besides voting and all the things we did before, some really cool utility that can be implemented. And we'll just have to see where that goes with that. But on top of that, the protocol level is also enforced basically, the royalties are enforced on the protocol level. So basically application level. So before royalties, and it's my understanding how this is, correct me if I'm wrong, royalties were enforced by the marketplaces themselves. And so you'd have to count on like OpenSea and MagicEden to enforce these royalties versus now, right from storefront, Candy Digital can enforce these royalties right at the protocol level, send them out the door, and that royalty, which I believe is 10% right now, just continues to do what it does no matter what market it bridges from. And so that's pretty cool right there, because that means that, to me, licensors will be a lot more open to this because they're going to get paid. What do you think, Dee?
Sorry,
I don't
I
know.
had to
She's with the
mute.
baby.
Yeah, so I agree with you, and that was really nicely described. Um, yeah, so I think with the direction they went and the blockchain that they chose to make sure that everyone gets paid and everyone is happy, because you don't want to use someone's stuff and they don't get a portion of it, right? Because that's just not cool. So I'm glad they found a way to do that for all parties involved. um and we'll see what they go from there, as far as utility and other things that we may be able to do with our Batcowls soon. And yeah, right now, trading and selling is not available just yet because they're still migrating stuff over. It's not fully migrated.
So I'm glad you mentioned utility because I'll explain to you the plugin systems that work with Metaplex Core. So basically, by having them use Metaplex Core as their NFT aficionado now, they're future-proofing their collection, the old and also the new stuff. I think I have a car passing by, so sorry. Basically, what you can have now with Metaplex is dynamic features. You can have reward systems. You can have composability. You can have AR experiences. We already know there's other projects out there using AR, and it also works. You can be better at storytelling using these plugin systems, and you can add new utility. And so I can only imagine what they're going to be able to do with this new type of tech. I can't wait for this. On top of the fact that this is historic, this is true ownership on an open ecosystem, right? So holders now have the real self-custody in their Solana wallets, all right? There's no walled garden when it comes to this type of stuff. And there's also that warning part as well, right? Where you have to do your due diligence. That is also big and key. But basically, this is easy trading on an open marketplace, low fees, which means you're going to have way more liquidity and way more activity in a sense, right? And we're already doing that, right? You already have people in the chat saying Collect Crip is on Solana. Like I said again, so is BZs, so is Fidgetals. These are massive names. And like projects like Fidgetal and Fanatics, and I think BZs, they're all interconnecting their marketplaces, right? And that's what we really want. And I remember Derek Snook constantly says this. It's like he wants to try to see if we can all kind of encompass into one marketplace. Now, I know MLB and DC Comics is a strange, are perfect strangers if you think about that, right? But, a lot of the NFT marketplaces are a mixed bag. And so I'm okay with that. But to see RWA projects bridging together and linking their marketplaces together, I can only see other projects doing the same thing, at least with third-party marketplaces. And it makes sense on Solana with the collectible projects that are on there now that it would be possible sooner or later. That'd be super cool. And then lastly, guys, what makes this really historic is the signal to the industry itself. Big traditional media companies choosing Solana and modern NFT standards for long-term fan engagement and digital ownership, that is awesome. And that just opens more doors for other big name brands to be like, on chain and stuff like that, like strictly on chain. I know there's other projects. You got Vivi as well. They got the collect chain. They're working on that. And I know people have always asked constantly, why didn't Batcowls go there? Well, I have a feeling why. It's a brand new chain. They only have like, I think what, Vivi's on there right now. So they're going to have to prove that the chain is viable. And I think also today base went down for a little bit, but that's probably because of all the market action right there. And in fairness, Solana's gone down too. I'm not going to lie. Solana's had issues as well. So I'm just, calling a spade a spade. I think what they're trying to do with Collect Chain is just as cool as well. Just like other projects out here that are already out there. Everyone keeps like discounting McFarlane. They have been one of the Web3 digital IP big brand companies out here because of Todd McFarlane and his license deals right here. They just had a drop with Anne Hathaway's likeness. That's the first appearance of Anne Hathaway on the blockchain, right? And they've been doing Web3 for quite some time as well. So basically, just to see now another project being able to convince the partner that this is the right thing and do it in a short amount of time, right? And then don't get me wrong, maybe what I mean by a short amount of time is, and Tad came in and he got this rolling really quick. Maybe they already had this on the back burner and Tad coming in just really helped steamroll this. We did hear Matt Novogratz say that Tad did drop a lot of dough. And I want to give a big shout out to him and his family as well as Candy Digital, because I agree with you, Derek. They're not getting the praises that they need, because I said it in the very first interview that we did with Tad. We shouldn't have never had that interview. We shouldn't be seeing this, guys. We shouldn't be seeing our cows on Solana. This should be a pipe dream, but it's real. It's not a pipe dream. It's happening. It happened. We have this beautiful bar here that shows that things are moving. So, yeah. It's just cool to see. Now, I'm a big DC fan, right? What does this mean for like the baseball guys, right? What about baseball? Well, it's the same thing for the MLB guys. It's a huge upgrade just for DC. MLB NFTs, guys. We're gonna have player cards, icons on chain. Candy Digital also migrating to Metaplex to do all these other things like they do with the Batcowls is going to be awesome. Same thing for the Batcowls applies to Major League Baseball. And they're going to be able to like embed all those experiences because of the plugin as well, right? Better experiences for the collectors. And I really feel like, because this guy's connected with like a lot of people, that this will draw more people to the project, more eyeballs to this space. So I'm super excited. I'm super bullish. I'm super patient, by the way. I know that they're still trying to hammer out the DC license, and I have no worries with that whatsoever, because every single DC page is on Arweave, and that had to go past Jim Lee's desk to make that happen. So anyways, that's how I feel about this. I wanted to talk about it because I don't see no content creator talking about this on YouTube but us. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to spread awareness to this on the YouTube side so people know what happened yesterday and what's happening right now with Candy Digital, because this is a historic thing, I think, and we should talk about it. So what do you think, Dee?
Hells yeah, we should talk about it and just show it off. I have so many posts added just recently to my bookmarks. And I have like 30 tabs of bookmarks of different projects and whatever and communities. So yeah, there's a lot that went into the Candy / Batcowls / DC MLB bookmark channel. Yeah. Because of all the stuff I've been seeing. I'm like, this is so cool to see. And oh man, I wish I could get my hands on one of those.
It's not making you FOMO to buy one?
Confetti party Batcowls. I'm like, oh, so nice. But there's just so many nice ones.
This is the most we've been able to see the cowls. Like, because like the search before on Candy's site was pretty bad, where you could only search at a certain, but this is everything. Like, and I have a baby collection, okay? Like, I was looking at Meat Angel's profile or Matthew's. I'm like, you guys are in the thousands, okay? You know what I mean? I'm over here with my 200 15 item little baby bag here, right? And like you got all these guys with it, but it's a beautiful thing to see right here. And this is on chain, guys. Now, Kryptoni, I did see your message about files. I believe our private keys will be given to us once everything's migrated. And I think there's more to come with that. And I believe the files are attached to that too. So I think it's just we just gotta wait.
Oh, why did it flag my comment? Oh, because I had a certain word in there. Duck, you're not being a dick. StreamYard wouldn't let me post that.
Oh, what happened?
I think it flagged the D word.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man. If it ain't StreamYard, it's OpenSea. If it's not OpenSea, it's YouTube. These platforms are way too freaking sensitive. That's all. If you got a sailor's tongue, let it rip. We'll approve it. Just be nice to the people in the chat.
Well, no, the comment was from me.
But that's what I meant. I'm just trying to say.
Okay. But yeah, to each his own. Not Batcowls or comments are not for everyone. Yeah.
Look, Duck and Cover. I remember we had a conversation about comic books. I get it, bro. and like I just appreciate you being and participating in this chat. If the cows aren't you, maybe something else down the line will be you. But like for me, man, like for being in this project for 4 years and to see this community go through the dirt and back, I'm so just happy. And I'm really happy for the people that are in Candy, the active fans, because guys, 4 months ago, we didn't know anything. It was dark. It was bad. Last summer, we're all happy in this project. I remember everybody from left to right. If it wasn't MLB, it was the DC people because we're all having a good time. And then kaput. Everything went to like silence, and now we're back. So very happy to see this. And yeah, I wanted to come on stream to talk about it. So Kryptoni, remember CryptoPunks look like Atari characters? And they, Kryptoni, you don't have to convince me, brother. And I know you've been preaching for a year, maybe longer. I'm with you. I think at the end of the day, and shout out to Legacy because he says this a lot, people are not going to care until the price goes up. So everyone can dog, everyone can say whatever they like. And even then, you know what I mean? Like we may see $60 cows. And I'm a buyer, by the way. If you're going to sell your cow for $60, please DM me. We need some cows for True Media. So yeah, if you got $60 cows, $100 cows, hit me up. I am a buyer. Just going to say that right now. Okay.
If there's a confetti Batcowl out there or one with like really rare material and you want to sell it for $60, yes, please DM me first.
Yeah. And because like this is my favorite IP, DC. So yeah. Also, Absolute Batman, guys. I'm looking for. I know I'm not gonna get it cheap, but I'm a buyer as well. And then also, I did a trade, or I haven't done it yet, but there was a trade to a specific individual that's been waiting for a specific piece that I hold, and we didn't know what was going to happen right with the project, so I didn't want to sell it to him because I didn't want him to give me money that was just going to waste, right? At the same time, I didn't want to hold money that was going to be a waste. Now, obviously, if I did that, I could have doubled it up, but at the time, we didn't know. And so as for me, and if you're watching, Mr. Man, Mr. Sir, I didn't want you to lose money. But you know what I did, D? As soon as I knew that this was all going to be solidified, I reached out. Actually, you told me that he messaged me months ago. Then I reached out, and I told him, whatever we talked about, it's still on board. We're still gonna, even the price we discussed, right? Because the piece he's gonna buy is prestigious. But at the time, things were glib, and really, I was gonna sell it to him because basically D wanted money for something, and I just didn't want to come out of the pocket, right? So I was looking for something to sell. But needless to say, I didn't sell it because I didn't have to at the time, because I ended up finding money somewhere else and we didn't have to sell it. But I still want to honor the deal. And at the end of the day, people are going to probably trip that I sold this for the price that I'm going to sell it for. But money doesn't matter to me when it comes to my word. I want everyone to understand that it's watching this right now. My word means more to me than stupid money. And I will hold up to my word over money at all costs, because I want everyone to know when I speak up here that you can trust me. There's creators out here that say one thing and do the other, or they like to say things and halfway do it. I want to make sure that we build trust here, guys. And so if I say something we're going to do and I forget because I'm forgetful, I will honor whatever that we talk about. So we'll leave it at that. But like even that, I wanted to bring that up because it's something very important, because now we're going to be able to do those things. We're going to be able to make deals. We're going to be able to trade. We're going to be able to go in the DMs and maybe Cosmic sees as something that he likes or vice versa, right? Looking for absolute Batman 1, guys. So stuff like that. And I'm excited for this. And I'm very happy for the community. Let's talk about the community, guys. We got Javier here, my guy Javier, who has a new brochure, and I love all the data points that he comes out with on X. Very smart person. Let's see what he has to say. New brochure, capabilities unlocked for DC, as well as the IP on Candy. Physical slabs for digital DC comics. Reminder, everyone. Brochures are perspectives, not established fact. Basically, we are speculation nation here, guys. So let's roll with it. He is speculating that physical slabs for digital DC comics is a thing. Digital comics have always had provenance and permanence on chain. What they lacked was physical presence, the ability to hold, display, and read them in the real world. The physical slab frame closes the gap. Once a digital comic can live on your wall, be read like a physical object, and prove ownership on chain, the case for physical comics as a superior format collapses. The slab is what makes the challenge real. Shout out to my friends at the DGC who figured that out quickly. So there's that right there. On top of that, he follows up with your comic files now decentralized and stored permanently on Arweave, a new capability opens up. A comic reader can now be embedded into the hardware of a physical device, giving you permanent access to read your comic on that device as long as you hold the NFT. Why is this suddenly feasible? Well, 1, tokenized ownership on Solana. Collectibles reminted to Solana, on-chain serial numbers, edition sizes, and self-custody wallets verify this on Solana. And 2, decentralized media on Arweave. 200 years, by the way, that thing's going to be on there. Comic pages and metadata permanently stored on Arweave, referenced via URLs and NFT metadata. And what he means by that is you can actually go into your collection and read your comics. I'm going to demonstrate right now what he's talking about as in being permanently on Arweave. We'll just go to, look at me, I'm being picky on what comic I want to look at. This is how bad you are when you're a comic book collector. Here we go. We're going to go to Supergirl right here. Supergirl number 1. We're going to go to the full pages. And now these are own pages, so I don't want to display these too long. Unlock the comic book pages. Hopefully it works. It didn't work the last time. Or I was being impatient because it's downloading all this stuff, right? So we'll have to wait and see a little bit. But essentially, you can read these comics on here. And I'm sure Get to the Comics is very excited for this. Because if you guys remember the Candy Reader last time, the Candy Reader was not the greatest. It was terrible. Okay, here we go. I've got my comic pages here, guys. And here's the comics. You can read them right here. This is on chain. Okay, this is not stored in some centralized server. This is a decentralized server. And these pages will exist for 200 years on Arweave. So, yeah.
200 years, so our grandkids could access it.
Yeah. 200 years.
Oh.
So here, the reason why I have this is the ring light, man. The ring light. And Doctor Strange, he's the one that kind of turned me on to the. It is because this is what I'll be doing all the time. I'm not Japanese, so yeah, we're not losing it. So sorry.
Oh,
what's so funny about this? Right?
Into your eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you real quick because of the sun. But you know what's so funny about this? I went to DCon and nobody knew who the heck I was without my glasses on. Am I right, D? And I didn't believe it. David didn't know it was me until I put the freaking glasses on. Yeah, the guy with the hair, right? That guy. So I digress. I am cursed to wear these glasses, whether I like it or not, Duck and Cover, but it is what it is. Back to Javier. Oh, wait, here we go. All right. So right then and there, guys, our comic, you can have an embedded comic reader on the hardware itself. Let's keep going right here. On top of that, the physical portal to your digital comics would finally give it a tangible presence for display, while maintaining the capabilities that only the digital version can have, like provable provenance and authenticity. Provenance is key right here. So the dual trust collector object, the slab frame is not just on the blockchain display. It's a dual trust collector object, one that is trusted both on chain and in the room, making it a real challenger to a physical graded comic. Layer one, comic chain trust. Solana proves who owns it. It's in the wallet. It's controlled. Message signing, edition number, and full provenance history, and all verifiable on chain, giving the object the same kind of ownership, certainly, that physical collectibles have historically lacked. Layer two, physical trust. The frame itself sits on your wall as a tangible object you can point to, read from, and show in the room like a CGC slab. It has physical presence, but unlike a CGC slab, it also carries on-chain ownership and provenance. Now, why am I reading all this? There's going to be a purpose. There's a reason why I'm going through my friend's article right here, his brochure. We'll get that in a minute. But okay, next thing he says, ideal hardware options should look more like print than a tablet or screen, and the device should consume very low power. These hardware capabilities already exist today. The right display technology. If the North Star is different, the hardware choice changes with it. One path optimizes for aesthetic display. A collector's object on the wall, visually close to ink, with zero power draw between refreshes, while the other optimizes for readability. With faster refreshes, richer color, and a more comfortable page-turning experience, both are legitimate product visions. They simply serve different priorities. SpectraSync ideal for a display. Now, I'm not going to get into this, but he basically talks about displays and the features for that. And basically also the tech and how that can also help as well. So he kind of gives a little bit of cliff notes right here. We don't have to get into that because I'm probably going to bore you guys. Let's speed this up a little bit because I'm pretty sure you guys are getting a little bit tired of hearing me talk. But on top of that, ideal slab frames for 2 operating states. He's got display mode and read mode as well. Also, industrial design language, the Candy digital slabs or custom slabs. You can have low gloss acrylic front lenses, digital collector label bands, embedded security queues, and new revenue streams for Candy Digital itself. He says the level of valuable collector data you can get into these type of slabs is unmatched by the physical comic counterpart. So basically, you can add extensive metadata on top of all the other things that you wouldn't be able to add basically on a CGC slab label or other things. You'd have to link it to a website, right? And actually look at the certification number on the slab itself. That's kind of how it is now. And it also opens up the door to novel innovations like connected AR glasses for moving your digital comics out of its slab and putting it in front of you for reading. Now, that is cool. I like that idea, Javier. I believe in the whole MetaQuest and all that other stuff. I believe in all those kind of cool things. And to read your comic book, like, can you imagine doing this, right? Just, can you do that, the fake, you know what I mean? And do the finger thing? That would be super dope. You know what I want to see, Javier? I want to see like a Dragon Slayer type of thing where the comic is interactive, right? Like you can literally, because they're saying you can do certain interactions and certain voting rights, right? In Metaplex Core. Wouldn't it be cool to do a choose your own adventure? Candy, I hope you're listening, with the comic book. Like, and what I mean by that is you can always create a new comic book. Maybe you work with DC and the community. You create another comic book. They already did it once, guys. Legacy of the Batcowls. Create another thing where it's a choose your own adventure, right? And maybe you got 3 different plot lines, and depending on the adventure, it changes the story. You know, maybe the hero goes on a darker path or chooses not to be a hero, right? It would be so dope. But what you're saying in here, and also all the added benefits, the plugins for Metaplex, I feel like we're going to be able to do that. I just feel it. So I love where you're going with this. Another thing he has is you can have connected Bluetooth audio for narration, where one or more people can have the comic narrated to them in sync as they browse the panel. Ooh, you know, it's a great idea, Javier. You know, like whenever you have those, those movies, like those bonus features, right, on Blu-rays where you hear the commentary, that would be so dope, where we can hear the commentary from the artists, from the writers, from the distributor, like just the whole Megillah right here, just to kind of hear the backstory, mainly on the modern stuff, right? It would be cool if you could get like, the older stuff, but the modern stuff, that would be so dope. And then right here, Capabilities like this have not been able to exist previously, but thanks to Candy Digital's new evolution, they are now on the table. And what he means by evolution, he's talking about Metaplex. Again, guys, besides the fact he chose Solana, Metaplex, I believe, was a big, big attractive thing for Tad. So if executed successfully, Candy's DC Comics will make history. I completely agree with you. And I love where your head is at, Javier. Shout out to Javier. The reason I went through this exercise, because Tad Smith, the CEO, did say he loves all the useful and big information this guy gives out. But on top of that, Candy's listening. That's the whole reason I went through this whole article, because Candy is writing this stuff down right here. So the future's bright for DC, on Solana, on Candy. It's also bright for MLB. I hope they're going to do something with Netflix, because, guys, I also do have Netflix NFT. So if you're not a DC fan or you're not an MLB fan, well, check this out. They also got Netflix. Like, I collected Stranger Things, right? So I've got the Stranger Things NFTs right here. And these NFTs are dope, you guys. Like,
They come with sound.
Yeah, well, they can't. Yeah, there's no sound. I'm not gonna play the sound, but
But
yeah,
it's cool that
like
it comes with sound.
these are dope. And Cosmic, if you're watching Cosmic, our DTCs. This is giving me some really good inspirations on what I want to do with that. And I'll talk about our DTCs, our digital trading cards, at the end of the program right here. But yeah, these are other assets as well that they have. So, and hey, maybe I'm the only one that's got the Stranger Things NFTs, just like also Richard. I know Richard collected a bunch of these too. So super stoked. I got these on the cheap. Like, I bought these for like $1. So we'll see what happens with the Stranger Things one. But yeah, I bought all these when people were fudding these and like throwing them on the floor for like $1. So super stoked with that. They're not on chain yet. So basically, this is everything that's in progress right now. All of my assets, I got 210 assets that are in progress. I've got 5 are in my wallet. Look at all these beautiful Batcowls. There are more that have not ended up in here yet, so I'm waiting for more to show up. But this is awesome right here. We got the Bitcoin Batcowl. I'm just going to call this one the Bitcoin Batcowl because that's its name. This is my Genesis cowl. This is 3 that I bought under $100. Let's go. And then right here is the one that's in progress. Type in Batcowl. This is the one that's in progress. And this one I actually won in a sweepstakes from Candy Digital. And I forget who was telling me, but this one is also kind of, there's like a rare trait to this one too. There's like that rust at the bottom. So, and this is the only one I have with the short ears. So yeah, super stoked for that. And then also, I'm still waiting on the legacy cowls, right? Because there are the legacy cowls, which were the version 2s. This is like Vivi's version of the gold logo V2, right? Cowl. Here we go. These I'm still waiting for. And for some reason, this 1.1 doesn't want to show up. We'll have to see, but yeah. And some of these I paid for, and I think this one I got for free, actually. So yeah, this one I think this was a free airdrop or something like that. But yeah, no, anyways, I just saw someone got a 1-on-1. So shout out to whoever that was. But anyways, guys, moving on. We also got matches here. Let's see what the community has to say. I've been doing a little deep diving on marketplaces because it's time to start thinking about where price discovery begins for Major League Baseball on Solana. I scrubbed Panini's top 250 marketplace movers, and only 15 were MLB players. That matters. To me, it says logo matters in baseball. Panini is a giant in sports NFTs, but MLB is clearly not their strongest lane. And guess what? Candy has the logo. I see what you're getting at. Back in the day, I bought what kid me thought looked dope. Upper Deck Scores, Don Roos. That's a baseball player, I believe. I got to get more into that. I never cared who sold it. I cared about the player, look, card, stock, quality, ink, etc. Going forward, Major League Baseball NFTs are going to work the same way. Whoever has the license, the jersey, the logos, and the best products is going to matter the most. Right now, when it comes to license, MLB Digital Collectibles Candy is sitting in a very interesting spot. Fun fact, highest NFT sale on Candy Digital is $100,000 plus. And guess who was the player? I think I know who it is. But you know what's so interesting about this? Anyways, do you wanna add anything to this before I talk too much here?
No, you can go ahead because he's a bit vocal right now.
Oh, he's a bit unruly. Yeah, no. What's so cool about this is what they're going to be able to do with moments, right? Now, if you guys have been paying attention to what Tad's been tweeting, he did tweet that that they do have an advisor. His name is Jordy Visser. If you guys have a chance, go and research who Jordy Visser is. Go down the rabbit hole of Jordy Visser. Go watch some interviews. This man is smart. He knows the tech. He knows this stuff very well. He knows NFTs and digital collectibles. And he's on that podcast with was it the Joe something podcast, right? Joe Pump podcast, right? And he talks about his experience going to the Knicks games. He talks about it going to the Knicks games as a kid. His dad never took him, so he went with his friend. And he would go to all these Knicks games. And he went to the recent Game 4 with the entire Candy Digital team. He was a part of that. He got to experience being there on the court. And like you guys already know, when you guys go to a sports event and you're in the crowd and your team is winning, or you're with people that is a part of the winning team, you feel that electricity, you feel that vibe, you feel that energy, you remember the moment, right? And I remember Jordy saying, like, with the blockchain, we're going to be able to verify these moments with digital collectibles and NFTs and blockchain tech. Because now with all the AI slop, and I am one par for the course here. I am part of that, right? With AI slop and deepfakes, verifiability on all these things is going to be key. And he's saying that blockchain is going to be able to do that for us. And so, like, the Knicks, everyone's talking about the Knicks, historic, right? Historic comeback. They are selling physical digital collectibles of that game, right? But what happens when you lose those physical digital collectibles, right? What happens? But or it can be faked, right? That's the biggest thing, right? Like you go and find that same collectibles card or wherever they sold, right? You go on eBay, they're probably going for a ton of money. Is it the real one? Is it fake, right? Is it a deep fake, right? And that's what he's really saying. So, but with blockchain, especially in L1, is verifiable. This stuff is what it is. You know what I mean? It really is what it is, right? So it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen, especially what Matthews is saying is because they have the official license, right? Like Major League Baseball is working with Candy. There's a difference, right? Like they're going to be working with whoever the higher ups there to promote whatever they're going to be promoting, right? They're probably going to be working with players. You never know. I'm being speculative, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Shout out to Matthews right here. If you guys haven't yet, go follow him on X, as well as Javier right here. Awesome community members, active fans for Candy Digital. But we don't stop there, guys. We got NFT Grit. NFT Grit says the ultimate debate in collecting is it the brand name or the player that drives long-term value? The real answer runs deeper. You cannot separate an immortal player from their iconic team. That is why unlicensed digital cards face a massive uphill battle. Without team IP, assets become pajama cards, uniforms, helmets, and the caps are stripped blank. This visual disconnect alienates the bedrock of the marketplace. General team collectors. People are born Yankees or Dodger fans, not corporate brand fans. Tribal loyalty is the absolute anchor of long-term asset value. You guys have been in the comic book industry, right? When you strip the team logo, you strip the emotional engine of sport culture. This is why unlicensed products historically trade at massive discounts compared to fully licensed canonical items. Enter the macro factor, corporate abandonment. When Fanatics and Michael Rubin bought Topps, I see where this person's going. Their strategy shifted away from Web3. Standalone digital projects were pushed aside. Rubin even walked away from Candy, exiting their 60% stake in 2023. But that corporate exit cleared the field, It left Candy Digital completely independent, backed by digital native powerhouses who understand permanence with zero. I'm going to say it again, permanence. With zero direct competition in the premium, fully licensed Major League Baseball space, Candy wins the long game. This is kind of what Matthew was saying in the previous post as well. Shout out to NFT Grit. If you guys haven't yet, go and follow NFT Grit. I'm also following him as well. Awesome person in the space. And I'm going to be hitting these guys up for Major League Baseball advice. You guys know me already that have been following us on Fanable. When Fanable first came out and I wanted to learn Pokemon, I stopped collecting comic books. And when I mean comic books, everything in sight. I only collect Absolute Batman. That's the only thing I'm collecting for comic books right now, guys. Or if there's anything cheap that people throw on the market, right? That's graded. But I got into Pokemon. I'm still green, but I'm learning. And I'm going to get into baseball, and I'm going to learn this stuff. And I can't wait to get into this. Because, guys, if you learn another type of collecting or another IP or just a certain different type of thing that's out here in Web3, guess what comes with that? More people, more conversations, more networking opportunities, more ways to spread the whole a rising tide lifts all ships. You're never going to get anywhere if you're just going to silo yourself in one spot and corner in Web3. And so I'm going to make it a point to get familiar with baseball. I'm going to make it a point to get familiar with the people that are in the Web3 space of baseball, like the Derek Snooks and the Matthews comics, right? I'm going to get familiar with that too, because I want to learn it, because I want to participate in these drops and understand what I'm doing. What do you think about that, Dee?
Yes, I 100% agree. And thank you for reading all of these posts from the community, because I didn't see this one from the NFT Grid. So I'm learning stuff every day. Yeah, and for the baseball stuff, I know like one thing and like two players from baseball a long time ago, but I need to be more educated on that too.
Shout out to Coach Neighbor. I completely agree with you, especially if it's like a moment that you want to constantly remember. I completely agree. And we're going to get to see firsthand what they're going to be doing with these things. By the way, shout out to you. I think it's the first time I've seen you in our chat. Let's go. And I'm sorry, chat. I have not been paying attention because I've been a librarian over here reading. So
I've been saying hi. Yeah,
Okay,
Coach.
good.
I believe Coach Neighbor is from Discord. I'm pretty sure that's where I've seen you before.
Did I just hear myself? I did.
Yeah, but that's because your son here decided to unplug my earpiece.
The co-producer, always co-producing. I love it. But that's cool. All right.
Hi, by the way.
All right. Hello there, son. All right. And I think we're getting close to the end here. We've got Derek Snook. This is likely the first ever Otani 1-of-1 legendary to be on chain. The history of digital collectibles. Just look at that beauty right here. So, and I know he's a big Otani fan, and we're going to find out tomorrow, guys, because we're going to have Derek on the program on Aloha Friday. And I can't wait to talk with that guy because I love the way his mind thinks. I just hope I can keep up with him because he looks like he's very high level. And I'm going to try my best, Derek, but I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Let's go. And then also, we got Spice over here. Guys, if you haven't yet, follow Spice. Let's go. I'm not even following Spice. We're going to follow him now. All mine are now minted. I follow him with my other one, the end of the verse. All mine are now minted. But while everyone says they're Batman, how many of you can prove it on chain? The blockchain never lies. Black cows are the alpha. Black cows, not Batcowls, by the way. These guys have been in the project since day one, since jump. They know all the attributes. Cosmic, if you're looking for a really cool Batcowl, you got to really go and ask one of these guys. Now, they're super friendly. All you got to do is ask them, like, you're looking for a Batcowl. Tell them, D, when you were trying to find a Batcowl, when I sold one of my Batcowls so D could buy a Batcowl, the entire Batcowl community helped her out to try to find the best one for her.
That was awesome. Yeah. I think it might have been ATL that was hosting the space. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and there was like a whole bunch of Batcowls up there. And so I went up there and they were asking me like, "What are you looking for exactly?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just want something with like purple because purple is my favorite color." And so, oh, and green, and like whoever was in the space, I got like a whole bunch of DMs of them like actually looking for like with like screenshots of different bat calls with the purple, the green, long ear, short ear. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to like choose one? But yeah, they came in clutch like majorly. So shout out to you guys for being in the space and helping me out. And I even got a gift card to go get oh, not a gift card. I was able to go get a coffee for free. So yeah, shout out to the person that did that for me. And I was able to get coffee while I looked up the back call I was gonna choose. And then oh
Go ahead.
sorry.
No,
And
because
then oh
go ahead.
yeah, are you sure?
And
And then when I got my back call, just it was like maybe the week before Christmas, or was it after Christmas? I believe it was just before Christmas. And I posted it and I'm like, holy shit. Like I was just flooded with welcome to the community, back calls, grand rising, heed the calls, like oh my gosh. And it was so cool. Yeah. And
yeah,
then
no.
yeah, it was really cool.
And I wanted to bring that exercise up because that doesn't happen in any community. All right. Um, and I know there's going to be a lot of detractors down there. There's going to be detractors on CT. Some people may not even like what I have to say. I don't care, guys. DC's on chain. My favorite fandom is there. Respectfully, that's cool. To each his own. We've made it. We're here, and I can't wait to see where we go. And yes, coach, I am definitely going to go for that MLB pack right here. Yes, I'm there. I'm going to be with you guys. And I have a funny feeling our guy down here will probably be covering it. Shout out to the biggest bro and the True Drop Show. I can't wait to see an MLB drop show from Big Bro, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a home run, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Anyways, okay, let's get through these and then we'll get out of here. Meet Angel right here. Shout out to Meet Angel. Candy Digital migration to Solana begins now. Yesterday, which was like the other day for me, marked the official kickoff of the mass migration process for Candy Digital collectibles to the Solana blockchain. Batcowls, DC3 comics, and Major League Baseball assets and more are actively reminting on-chain using Metaplex Core, with live trackers showing daily progress. People's sentiments, Batcowls, Candy Digital, Solana, everything else involved is at a high praise. Community reaction on X and related channels is largely positive and excited, with a strong sense of relief after years of anticipation. The key highlights of what happened yesterday. Fans got thrilled about faster low-cost transactions with true self-custody in their Solana wallets with the broader marketplace access. I just showed you MagicEden. Pulse celebrates the mass migration has begun. There's a tracker wallet. We're going to show you the tracker wallet as well. And he basically goes through the sentiment yesterday. And I'll kind of show the sentiment a little bit. But shout out to Meat right here. This is another awesome bat cow. And this guy's got like thousands of them. Like I joke around and be like, you can sell me one for $60?
200. What do you say? Because I did ask him this question. I believe he has 244. And so I in the group chat I was like, if you did the math, if he was to if Meat was gonna show off one of his bat cows once a week for until he reaches all of it, it will take us 4 years to go through his collection, which is a long time if he showed up one every week.
4 years?
4 years. If he showed 2 a week, it would take us 2 years.
So he would break the server just trying to like queue up all those bat calls. That's a lot of bat calls.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. All right. Moving on to Legacy right here. Legacy states, and what can I expect from this on my bat call? Maybe Steven Belzer will share some details soon. Steven, I think, is our connection to DC. Candy Digital is loading. Now, he did put a little fine right here. Creator shares 50%. Now, I was going to ask AI what this was, but I think we're just going to leave this for speculation right here. I have an idea what he's meaning right here, and I don't want to say it yet, but that'd be pretty cool on what he's depicting right here. So we'll have to see what Steven Belzer has to say. Yeah, stay tuned for that. And then shout out to Pixel Collector, formerly Pixel Trader. The mass migration of Candy Digital has begun. Watch it live on my migration tracker. DC Comics, Batcowls, and MLB and more are all captured. There's even a wallet address checker and a daily counter. And here it is, guys. Shout out to Pixel Trader. I'm Pixel Collector. Excuse me, my bad. And this is cool right here. And I believe he started dropping this when I first saw Kryptoni. Kryptoni was the one who first dropped his comic book first, right? Kryptoni, I think you're like the only one that really had a comic book first out of anybody else. I haven't seen comic books really get posted yet.
Yeah, I haven't really seen. Sure. Yeah, unless someone else did, but we just haven't seen it. They're probably just not sharing it out to the public.
Duck, does it not worry you when too much of the supply rests with one entity? You know, one could sing the same thing with Vivi. Really, that, bruh.
It could, yeah. I mean, with so many different communities.
On chain, no, not on chain. I hope that answered your question, Duck. And I understand, Duck. I see where you're coming from. I'm reading your comments up here right now. But yeah, what scares me is some of the other things some of these other projects are doing. That scares me. Like, at least right now, Duck, check this out. Nobody can tell me what I can do with this. Like, you know, DC can tell me not to promote it, right, and sell it, but nobody can tell me what to do with this, right? If you want, you can place an offer. You don't have to go through someone's secondary marketplace. And I'm just going to call a buck, right? There are some projects out here on a layer 2 on a third-party protocol, okay? DC is on a layer 1 on a protocol on that layer 1. All right, done. Moving on. Okay. All right, lastly, guys, just shout out to Candy Digital right here. Massive thanks to you guys for getting this out there. 4 months, guys. 4 months until we had a tweet that said, I'm going to take over Candy. And he didn't even buy the place yet, right? And then from the get, he explained what was going to happen. We're going to move these things onto Solana. This is what we're going to do. This is the website we're going to have. This is who we're going to have first. Baseball first, working on DC license still. We don't like how the DC license is, neither does DC. So we're going to work with DC to make the license better. On top of that, with the reader, we want to incorporate the DC reader with our assets. So we're working with DC with that. These are things that were all set already on multiple interviews. TLDR. So it's very exciting. I'm super bullish on the project. I'm not going to leave it at that. So let's go. Anyways, D, anything else before we move topic?
I totally forgot to post my short video that I made of my Batcowl that had migrated. I shared it on like TikTok and Instagram, and I forgot to put it here on X. I can't put it on YouTube because it has copyright music, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
It happens. Oh, by the way, guys, well, we'll get it to the end of the program. So, Reckless, no PDLs today. I'll explain right now. So right now there's nothing wrong with the rewards program. We are taking a quick halt where I'm not going to be doing any PDLs until next week. Let's just say that there's a operational issue that we ran into with OpenSea. And guys, I ran into this issue with OpenSea before in the past when we were the Real Uncommon podcast. OpenSea is a nightmare to deal with. So, yeah, just give me time. PDLs are still going to be given out. We got to pivot a little bit because of OpenSea being silly. But yeah, still going to have our rewards program, and it should be operational next week. Don't worry if you already have a PDL. You don't have to worry already. You're already in the game. And what I mean by the game is this. We have promotional merch. As well as this is going to be merch that's going to be in our online e-commerce store. And somebody somebody sent us a comment, like some trashy comment. Oh, you guys are trying to like milk money out of the community. I'm like, no, that's not what we're trying to do, guys. Really, the store is to really help us do our promotional, rewards. That's what the store
Who
really.
said that?
That's what I don't want to call out names. It's in a DM. I'll show you later.
Okay.
But I thought it was really sad. That's like,
Mm-hmm.
why would you say that? But anyways, we are going to have an e-commerce store. You don't have to choose to buy anything from there. And that e-commerce store will
Exactly.
be the storefront also for our rewards program. But
Mhm.
here's the thing about the rewards program, right? And Cosmic is the smart guy here because he's been listening to me all this time. Because with that rewards program will become limited items. You won't be able to buy this in the store. These are not be able to get purchased. The only way you're going to get the gold is you got to go through the rewards program. And I got to tell you right now, the person that's ahead of the game is Cosmic in the chat there. Shout out to you, Cosmic. So, yeah, there's going to be rewards like this that you can only get by participating in this. So, and yeah, this is a real thing, by the way. These are real things with the distributor, right? Don't they look good? Doesn't everything look cooler in gold, guys? So
They do. Yes, the gold is very great. I'm more of a silver person myself. So just to have a silver one, that would be kind of cool too.
yeah. So, but
And
anyways, yeah.
oh
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
And I was just saying, I was thinking like as soon as you said there'll be no PDLs today, I only imagine Reckless like throwing in a towel. That's it. I'm out of here.
No.
No, I'm just
Reckless
kidding.
is the smartest one because Reckless is the only one that's stacking them because I'm looking at your wallet.
Yep.
But yeah, these you can only get through the rewards program. These you can't buy these. Shankster, you can't buy these. So these are going to be free, as well as some other cool things. These are our DTCs, and if you guys was around for the Javier brochure, I'm going to do something similar with these DTCs. If you guys looked at the Netflix NFT that I showed you, I'm going to do something similar with these DTCs. And the DTC is the digital trading card. Man, digital and phygital, don't they rhyme, D?
Fidgetal. Let's get fidgetal.
Gosh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to shut up. Anyways, the rewards program is on hold until next week until I take care of a few things with OpenSea. So let's just kind of do a recap. Batcowls are on chain. They're yours. I believe we're going to get our private keys soon after the migrations done. I think that comes with 3D files. These are game ready. And, honestly, even the collection size is just comparable. And Kryptoni's been saying it. If you guys have been paying attention to Kryptoni, he's been saying it for quite some time. These numbers in this collection is similar to others, and others just look like pixel art. These are beautiful, and these were all designed with DC involved. DC was involved with the designs on this, guys. So, and this is their own IP. But like I get it, like some people, they don't like A Kid Called Beast. This is like A Kid Called Beast. Well, this is basically another project, with a PFP on top of it. But these aren't just PFPs. They're 3D rigged and ready to go. But anyways, shout out to the Batcowls. Shout out to the MLB guys and the DC3 comic guys. The active fans won yesterday. And I'm so happy for you guys. Through the mud and the dirt and people telling you guys were dead, you guys got the last laugh. So smile. And let's look at the future, guys. Let's see where we're headed with this. And I can't wait to see where we're going. Look at how beautiful that looks, D. I never thought I'd see this. You're muted, by the way, but it's okay.
Wait, I said it looks gorgeous with this citron green. Same color as the tablet, but it grows on you, right? Especially if it was your Genesis.
The cheap slime lime. And I wasn't happy when I pulled this, by the way. I'm like, it's green. And then I read the attributes. I'm like, okay, I get it now. Yeah. I get what I got here. All right. I'm a lantern. But yeah, we covered the Batcowls that are on chain and still migrating on chain. We showed you guys some of the markets that they're available in, as well as the protocols that you can see them in. Okay. Shout out to Candy. This is what they look like. Let's go into my wallet and let's go into a collection before we get out of here. This is on chain. This is in my Solana wallet. Let's go to this one right here. You have all of the attributes right over here. Every single attribute. And that's why they kind of halted the migration to make sure that they got all that right before this got minted, because once it's minted, right? Everybody knows that whenever if you've done this kind of stuff before. And then also on the front page right here, guys, I'm going to go back to my wallet. If you want to go straight to MagicEden and see this right on MagicEden, the link's all there. Takes you right to MagicEden. There's the Batcowl. I can connect my Solana wallet. Boom. Okay. Same thing right here. If I want to go to Tensor, sorry, it's all right there. All on chain.
Yeah, it is there. It's just spinning.
Yeah. It's just,
it's just like, oh.
I mean, it's basically, yeah. There he goes. It's basically this one right here. That's the one we're looking at, though. All on chain. We went through some of the community posts right here. We took a look at Javier. We noticed that Candy is also taking a look at Javier. We took a look at Matthew's comics and his insights. We took a look at NFT Grit, as well as Derek Snook, who will be on the program tomorrow, and Spice, Meat Angel, Legacy, and Pixel Collector right here, as well as Candy's migration tracker. I'll put this inside the comments down below if you guys want to track everything as well. And then Reckless, let me know if you want some help with your Batcowl when it's time. I can put you in touch with, or D can put you in touch with the right people, and we can get you in on something really awesome. I'm sure you guys will love it. And look at Kryptoni already. Kryptoni, shh, don't tell him anything. Let them figure it out. They'll see DC Comics on there sooner or later. It's going to be a beautiful thing. DC Comics on MagicEden? What a trip. I can't wait for that. Anyways, all right. Let's move on to a pack rip. D has got an Ascended Heroes pack that we're going to rip. And we're thinking of you, Adro. We're hoping you'd show up. Adro's here, by the way.
Aloha, Adro. Okay, I got 4 packs left. Give me a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got my... Oh, I'm big. I got my sleeves ready to be sleeved up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me a number.
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Got it here. Oh, nice. 2 other people said 3.
All right, D, I'm going to pull up the rarities for just the SIRs and the IRs.
Code card. He's still going with the comic list.
Who?
Brother Kryptoni.
He's giving out.
Bam. All right, so here it is. We got energy card. Still got the same camera, so sorry, it sucks.
No God pack. Hey, it's Amazon Prime Day. We can get you a new one.
All right. Oh yeah, it's until tomorrow, right? Okay, here we go. Dratini. This one I can't even see.
Back it up. You gotta back it up just a little bit. There. That's good.
Okay.
It is what it is. We can see it enough. Maybe go a little bit more forward. It's still bad.
Meowth.
Yeah, go
Team
forward.
Rocket.
Go more forward.
Jesse.
Yeah, there we go.
James.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Going. Boom, 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 boom. Are those pills?
They gave us Tylenol.
Gabite. Ooh, what is that? Food?
Ooh, food.
Buddy Poffin. It's got Buddy's name. Buddy.
Got a trainer.
We got Crocodile. I guess it's part crocodile.
Come on. Ugh. You got
Tapu Koko. Tapu
Rip.
Koko.
Oh, you have one
Tapu
more?
Koko.
You have one more?
No, that's it.
Oh, that's a rip.
Wah, wah, wah. That's all. Thank you for coming to the Rip Show.
Yeah. We got
The Ripped Off Show.
dude.
Ripped Off Show. All right.
You got to come back for the next episode for the next pack rip right there. But we haven't been doing too good. We have not been doing too good. The Dragonite, the Pikachu, and that Gengar is eluding us, just like it's eluding probably you guys as well. So we're gonna have to work on that a little bit more.
That'd be crazy if we got a good hit.
Yeah, and I actually I actually got rid of some cards, not to sell my cards, but I'm trying to help my friend get into Pokemon. So I gave my friend a holo. I can't remember. I gave him what did I give him? I don't remember what I gave him, but it's the guy that got me into NFTs. So I'm like, hey, let me get you into Pokemon. So I got him
Umbreon.
I got him a Pristine 10 Umbreon. I can't remember from what collection though. But it was like a $62 graded card just to kind of get him in. And he's hooked now because, if I gave him like a crappy card, he'd probably be like, that's cool. But I gave him a really cool card. So that's a little bit different, right? So.
Yeah. It's cool though. I like Meow. From Team Rocket.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we didn't get any nice pulls, but that's okay. But thanks for telling us we got some nice pulls. That made me happy. Immortal Legend. He's still dropping. Come on. Shh. Don't tell him about the. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Moving on. We got Suye here. That's right, guys. We're big fans of the Mios, so we're gonna take a look and see if any new Mios came up. But Suye says 777 unique mint spots. 777 unique one-of-one Mios. Mint your own at Mioland and receive an exclusive Mio screen print and the OG Mio 3D files and make it your own. A chance also to win a unique one-on-one artist edition by one of our legendary collaborators. Bitcoin plus ETH minters will receive a complimentary Mio Bitcoin ordinal during Q4. One mint, multiple collectibles. The rise from the shadows has begun. And right here is my guy right here. Shout out to Collectors Gone Digital. This is his Mio right here. And I gotta tell you, my Mio is pretty basic. Like I have I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I thought my Mio looked like the one from BB. So I'm like,
you know why we both have something like that? You do know why, right?
Yeah.
Because we start up as the uncommon,
Yeah.
So we're still getting uncommons. But we do have our own one-of-one, so that's still
it's like
special.
No, Jeff cursed me. Jeff said, hey, you're gonna be the common man shirt, and forever I'm gonna have the common man shirt.
Oh, that Jeff.
Oh, you did? Is it on your where is it?
What number is it on OpenSea?
Yeah, what number is it? Let's check it out right here. And I didn't see any new news, so no news, but let's go see what just showed up. He's got four eyes. All right. Let's look
hey, that's like eyes. Me, 4 eyes.
Wow, where did this one come from? Wow, look at this one. This one is
cool.
Dope.
Who owns that?
Backdoor Kicks.
Backdoor.
Oh, all right. We're pocket watching you. You gotta love the blockchain. Oh, this one is dope. Okay, see, this makes me see. My biggest fear, guys, is I'm going to go and get another one, and it's going to look like the one I got now. That's my biggest fear, guys. I just don't want the same one I got now. But this one is dope. What else dropped?
Let's see. Duck's one is number 120. Let me go see.
Real quick.
Let's see what Duck's one looks like. Oh, the blue one? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Duck's one has blue.
Where's Ducks? Can you search by the number?
Yeah, number 120.
Right. Let's pull up Ducks.
I think it's that one right there.
Yo, he's got the black eyes. Yeah. No, the black eyes are rare. There's not a lot of the black eyes. I think 10% or 3. There's only 10 of these with black eyes. I believe Raven has one of these as well. I dig the black one right here. I'm sorry, the blue cloak. It's like a lapis blue. Here, let me show you guys mine.
Ooh,
just so you guys have an idea what mine looks like. Oh, what is happening here?
Crazy with the 4 eyes.
Let's see the real
multiple eyes is 0.28%. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
very
this is what
cool.
mine looks like. He's just pretty basic. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I might mint another one just because I want one that looks cool too. Or I don't know. We'll just keep the basic one and maybe I'll be basic man. We'll see. I'll be basic Mio.
Check
Like
out
I'll be
332.
okay. 332. Is that Cosmics?
Yeah, did I get the right
Okay.
number? Yeah,
3 3.
332 with the 4 eyes.
Whoa, this one's trippy too.
Yeah, it's got rare
Dang.
stuff.
And this is a one of one. There's only one of these. Dude, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Oh, Hippie, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, Hippie. Appreciate that. Thank you, fam. Hippie has been a long-term supporter of this channel. I remember you, Hippie, from our Tuesday Real Uncommon podcast comic streams. I never forget. You used to always show up because I think it was like around the best time for you. I used to teach you about the beans and toast.
Mhm.
Remember
Oh, that's true.
that? But Hippie, really thank you. That's just going to go right back to the channel and right back to you guys. So shout
Yeah,
out to
thank
you.
you,
Thank
Yippee.
you so much.
Yippee!
Duck, black eyes are special. Yeah. I see what you
In
did there.
this case, yes.
I got you, man.
But in real life,
I had
no.
a
Stay away
Ron
from the
Burgundy
black
moment.
eyes. Oh,
Oh
what?
man,
Thank you,
Reckless. Come
Reckless.
on,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. You know, I'm terrible when it comes to like that kind of stuff. Like, thank you. Thank you. I don't even like advertise our buy me a coffee. In fact, I hide it. But cute as a button. Appreciate you,
Got more
Reckless. Thank you
buttons.
so much. It's okay, Hinano. Bro Mio is revealed next week, and we will be playing too. No, stop.
Romeo.
You're gonna get a pink one, bro. You're gonna finally get your pink one, but it's gonna be called salmon
Hot
or something like
pink.
that. There'll be a little fish on the side
Probably
of it,
coral,
right?
coral or salmon
Yeah,
pink.
you'll get the salmon one. Nah, it's all
No,
good.
that'd be cool if
And
you got like a crazy like one that's only like a one of one.
yeah, there we go. There you go. Shout out to you, Reckless. There you go, man. Yeah, you don't want it, right? I bought 2 meals. They look so. What is your number? Let's see them. Yeah, let us know what the number is. How much are these? How much are these things? Anyway,
How
I
much
might grab.
is
You see? You see? It goes back to each his own. Flaming meal. No, you don't want that one. Like pink flamingo, hot pink, right? It'd be terrible. But you know what? There are some cool ones that have come out, guys. Like there are some dope. This one right here. Shout out to Backdoor Kicks. This one is so dope. Like this one is like the memes that could come out of this one, right? You know what I mean? Oh.
Let's see.
Now, guys, the True Media one. I'll show you guys what the True Media one looks like. The True Media one is it looks like this one.
Number 217.
Oh, okay, 217. Oh shoot, hold on. Yeah,
Let's
so
see.
190 will go. This one's cool with the pants. He's got the pants, right? With his what do they call that? The knee what the hell, the knee crap thing? I had a brain
pads?
fart. Knee pads, that's what it is. Knee crap.
Oh,
So,
whoa. Adro's got.
this is a different one right here. Look at this one. Looks like Jordy LaForge with the eyes. Look, hidden eyes. And opal glass.
Dang,
Like this
Adro.
is truly a one of one. That's dope. This one too is cool right here with the cat.
Mm-hmm. Go up and you'll see spider eyes.
Oh, that's dope right here. You see right here with the plaid stitching on that. I like that one. And then this one right here, guys, is the True Media. True Media one is pretty dope. Have you guys ever saw My Stepmother's an Alien at the end of the movie? These look like the aliens that were in the cloud, which basically look like people. But what was Adros? I'm sorry, D.
Oh, he said it's not revealed. Don't go looking for it. He said it's not revealed, and we don't.
Got you.
We don't want to show it off if he's not ready for it in case it did get revealed, as he was saying that.
Got you. We will not look for it. By the way, shout out to Ferryman. I always stop by and look at this one, Ferryman. One day you're gonna get DM from me, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get the price it's worth. You got a backhowl there, Ferryman? Let me know. I got a bunch. Let me know. Anyways, shout out to the Mios. This is a project that I have a lot of fun with. Wait, Did we go to duck and covers? We did, right, with the 4 eyes. That's right, we did.
The Four Eyes was no, that was Reckless's one. The one
Okay.
with the black eyes is Ducks.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The black eyes was
You
ducks,
got the black
and we got
eyes.
Kid Arcade. Ooh, you got a Mio Kid Arcade, or where's the Kid Arcade Mio? That's the question at hand.
I want that one.
Where's the Kid Arcade Mio right here?
Kid Arcade, I'm the one of the top 10 Kid Arcade holders. Put in a good word for me.
So there are 355 Mios that are minted. That means I still have a chance to mint another one. I may mint at the very last end. You never know, right? Hey, bro, look, this one's pink.
And it's got lashes. Oh, that's cute.
That'd be a
Speaking
cool
of lashes, there's 2 cars that I've seen on the island with freaking lashes. I don't know if you've seen those vehicles, no, with the eyelashes.
Oh, D, I just got a message from Apple TV. Star City just started, so we can watch it later.
Oh, Star City. Yeah.
Say that again. Sorry.
Which part?
You told me something, and I got distracted with the notification.
I just forgot what I was saying.
You see how bad it is here? We're goldfish on here.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. I had like a lapse in memory, like right this second. What was I saying?
That's okay. That's all right. We're talking about laser eyes. How we're not going to get them because they're owned already, Cosmic.
Yeah.
And I really wanted laser eyes. D-Roy, we should have 5 laser eyes. 5.
The one on the very right is pretty cool.
They're all cool.
Those are, the red one is like Superman eyes. Laser eyes.
It's like he stayed up way too late, and that's the culmination of it, right?
My eyes are fried.
Yeah. All right, guys. Shout out to the Mios, and if you haven't, go follow D-Roy and Nigella. Yeah, I really love the project, and it's my understanding there's going to be a game incorporated with this thing, along with a ton of other things. Yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. And I think that's it. We're going to get into the community. No. I'm sorry. We're not going to get the community shout outs. We're going to talk about Absolute Batman.
Oh, yeah, the series.
We're going to have an animated series, guys.
Fuck yeah.
This is coming from Scott Snyder himself. Nick and I can't thank Warner Brother Animation and DC Official enough for making this happen. Now, I hope it's page to the TV. That's it. Page to the TV. Please use the comic books as the script. You don't need to write scripts. You got the comic books. Make the comic books come to life. That's all I gotta say. Make the comic books come to life. The comic books fire, guys. If you've been reading the story, it is phenomenal. I just read Absolute Green Arrow. Insane. Such a crazy story. I love it.
Someone's excited.
I get too excited. I love Absolute Batman.
So cool.
Candy, Phoebe, anybody, drop an Absolute Batman collectible. It'll sell out.
Drop it. Funko has it. I need one of those too.
No, Funko not. No, they're not. No. That's a physical. That's a physical. We want the digital.
Okay, you want specific.
We want the thing to look. We want them to look. We want that axe. Come on. That's what we want. Anyways, I'm getting too excited here. I'm just excited that this is going to be on the docket. Shout out to excuse me, James Gunn, because he's head of the DC studios right here. And this had to have gone past his desk in order for him to approve it. And I'm glad they're doing cartoon because you can do way more in cartoon than you can with live action. You know what I mean?
Like Creature Commandos, that was such an awesome show. I recommend you guys watching it if you never did.
Right here, Key Comics just got us a sign. Yeah, and that's the same thing. That's the one thing that you notice about Key. Will always make sure that he takes care of his people right there. So shout out to you, man. Number 18, let's go, man. Like, so Cosmic, are you collecting the entire run right here? Because I've been collecting from Cosmic. This is how obsessive I am. I have 20 raw copies of Absolute Batman #1. I probably got some of it probably came from Key, some of it came from Golden Apple, some of it came from the pizza place because that's where you buy comics here now. Is our freaking pizza place because now our comic guy opened up a pizza parlor and decided to combine them together. Not the smartest idea, with the books and
With
all,
the
but
grease and all that stuff.
you can still get comics there. So yeah. Anyways, so I love it.
Yeah, I want to know because I asked him. So was number 18 significant for you? Is that why you got it? You got that copy, or are you
Well, what
trying to collect
variant?
all of them? Oh yeah, and variants. Oh my gosh, I can't believe on Key Collector Comics too. You can check out all the variants, and I don't think they dropped any that was like less than 50 variants. They've been like, there's so many different covers that are so cool. Just to own them all, that'll be a dream. I just was telling Q we were reading, and he said he would give us one. Oh, cool, and did. Nice.
That's
Let's
cool.
go.
These are people that read their books. I love that.
Yep.
Shout out to you guys for reading the book. Shout out for Key for hooking you guys up, and shout out to the hobby because this IP, right? I'm just gonna call it its own IP. This thing right here is a monster of its own, and I just love. I really hope we see a live action in the future, but they got to get the tech right, I think, to pull it off. Just because this is a very colorful and extensive universe, and like adaptations never do it justice. You know what I mean? But like at least with cartoon, right? Like Creature Commandos is a really good example. Talk about the most obscure characters ever, but if you go and watch Creature Commandos, Gunn did a great job at presenting those characters because it's cartoon and you can do so much with cartoon, right? Versus IRL. This is why we're going to animation versus IRL. It's just a lot more easier for me to be more extensive and really tell a story the way that I want to. So I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to see Absolute Batman. I don't think there's any date yet as to when this is going to actually hit our airwaves. So we'll have to stay tuned. So let's go.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of DC, Supergirl opens up today, and I can only imagine there has been some bad reviews. I've seen them come out. Here's one right here from Variety. Supergirl is a super horrendous comic book movie with the worst script I can remember. Reads Variety's review, Owen Gleiberman. By the way, Google this guy. He hates all DC. James Gunn said he wasn't going into production on any movie until the script was rock solid. For that was the overriding problem with the superhero overkill era. The films had lousy scripts, which served as grids for layering visual effects. I remember Gunn saying this. Gunn was right to want to take the comic book genre back to the basics of well-structured screenwriting. So what has he done in the second DC outing? He's given us a comic book movie with the worst script I can remember. By the way, Owen Gleiberman, you don't like any comic book movies. So listening to you is just snuff. But this is what's going to happen. Now, in fairness, I get it. I know the actress has been making waves with her opinions. The actress is like a teenager, in my opinion. She's a tween. So they're going to say stupid things. But let's put it in perspective. Supergirl pre-sales have stalled a bit, but so far, there's no sign that it could bomb. Tracking for a 55 million to 65 million domestic opening, with an outside chance of a 70 million with a great walk-up and a 50 million if reception and walk-ups are not good. So basically, they're looking at a realm of 50 million as the low ball to 70 million and the high ball for the opening weekend. At this point, we can only see a debut in the 40 million range in case of a toxic reception. Okay, this is not going to be like Joker 2, by the way. If you guys watch Joker 2 versus Joker 1, and I finally saw Joker 1, crap. We'll publish our review on Wednesday. Now, this is what it looks like for the current DCU. Okay? Creature Commandos, by the way, there's all this people. People are like, Creature Commandos suck. You ever watch it? Try ask people if they've ever watched Creature Commandos, but they like to dog on it. They haven't. Creature Commandos is great. It is one of the best animated, and I looked at it the same way, guys. I looked at it, why would I want to watch a stupid comic book cartoon about monsters? It was great. And if you guys like Superman, it ties into Superman. You know what I mean? And the characters that are in the cartoon are also going to be in the live action. You see what Gunn does is he makes sure that whoever plays the cartoon plays the live action. Anything you want to add to this, D? Because you saw Creature Commandos.
That was such a great series. Yeah, like I said earlier, I recommend you go watch it if you haven't already. It does fill in some blank spots before watching what was it, Peacemaker, and you get to know a little bit about the characters. And I want to see more Weasel. That's who I want to see more, Weasel. But yeah, very great show. Highly recommend. Oh, what's up, Raven?
Wow.
What?
See? FOMO. That's just gonna give me so D's like, don't read what's in the private chat, like Ron Burgundy, right? I almost Ron Burgundy that by reading in the private chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyway.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta tell her the bad news of the PDLs.
She knows the news. She's come on. She's trolling us here. What's up? What's up, Raven? No PDLs today, guys, but everybody knows that we're gonna get the PDLs. But Raven, there is something you didn't see because I never showed you this unless you were watching earlier. But guys, anyways, I want to put this into perspective because these are critic reviews. This isn't reviews by you, me, and everyone else on the planet. These are critic reviews, all right? And this critic is the lamest critic of them all from Variety, by the way. But hey, I'm a moon boy when it comes to DC, so don't listen to me. Go watch the movie for yourself, right? But this is perspective right here. 95% Creature Commandos, 94% for both seasons of Peacemaker. A lot of people didn't like the season finale of season 2 because they were on a boat listening to glam rock. Everybody missed the comic book tie, by the way, of Salvation's Run. But I digress, right? And then this one right here, Supergirl is an adaptation of Woman of Tomorrow, an adaptation loosely, because if you guys read that book, I think it would be really hard to adapt that book to the screen. So they took parts of it, right? So that's what the movie's adapted from. Gosh, I can't even say adapted properly. But let's put this into perspective right here, all right?
All right.
So you got 83% now. This is the current of what's going on with Superman. 83%, 90% of fan service. Let's look at Man of Steel. 56% critic rating. 75% user rating. Supergirl, 57% from critics. There isn't any reviews from us yet. But yet everyone's screaming to the hills that Supergirl's a failure. And then you got Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. 28% critics, right? 63% fan love. So let's put it into perspective, right? And trust me, Rotten Tomatoes is really what that is. Like, take it with a grain of salt. But you got the original DC EU, and don't get me wrong, I love Zack Snyder's movies, right? I'm a big fan of grounded movies. That's why I enjoy our grounded storytelling. That's why I enjoy Penguin. That's why I'm going to enjoy Lanterns, because it really feels like a True Detectives type of grounded type of series, right? But let's put in perspective, right? You've got right here. This is the current DCU. And this is the current DCU stacked up against the old DCEU. I think we're going to be okay, right? So we'll have to see. But I wanted to bring this up because I just see nothing but bad talk. Like, there's a YouTuber that I like to watch his movie reviews, but he just does not like James Gunn. And so, for the sake of his channel, he decides to alienate certain of his audience because he doesn't like James Gunn. Instead of giving a neutral review, he decides to bash this entire universe. And like to a point where like he's now showing to his subscribers fake news to try to instill, Zack Snyder's coming back because we found out from an insider in this. It's like, nah, Paramount bought Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is not going to go back to the Snyderverse. And it's mainly because even if Supergirl is a failure, the other movies and the series have done well. And so they're going to continue on that slate until things go more and more and more. Now, if they have another, like if Man of Tomorrow bombs, we got a problem. Lanterns bombs, we have a problem. Clayface bombs, we have a problem. So, I'm going to walk into Supergirl with my same bullishness as I did. And I might get disappointed because for Superman, I walked in with low expectations and I walked out a crybaby. I teared because it's my fandom, guys. You know what I mean? It's he's my Superman, and it was just such a very compelling story. So I'm hoping the story is way better than the visuals and everything else, and all the freaking noise in between. So go and watch the movie, guys, and go let me know. And then shout out to the Severed Floor. We are going to be scheduling Supergirl, and I believe Motu as well. We watched Supergirl and Motu. If you guys want a review on Disclosure Day, it probably won't be from me. I'll ask the crew if they just want to run the show, and I'll just run everything down below in the studio. But I have no inkling to watch Disclosure Day. I have my own opinions on what Disclosure should be and what it is, and I would rather not share that. And to me, that movie's fake news. And it is. It's you know, it's a science fiction movie, but I just don't want to watch it. So I'll leave it at that. Anyway,
Christopher enjoyed it.
That's good. And I you know, again, I go to Duck's respect, to each his own. And I'm a big Spielberg fan. You know, I don't know, that movie alone, just for me personally, Christopher, I just don't have any. Maybe I'll watch it when it goes on streaming. I just don't feel like I want to watch it in a theater. But that's just me. Now, when it comes to everything else Spielberg does, count me in. We'll have to see. Good to see you, by the way, Christopher. You came up on Oz's Space on Sunday. It's really good to have your insight when it comes to talking about these things. And I'm glad to see you here. What'd you think of Supergirl? Let me know down below, please, because I know you went and saw it. Reckless, Zack Snyder's black and white. Yes, man. Yes. And I watched it in black and white. And dare I say, and this is as much as I love the DCU, do you want to know what is my favorite DC movie? It ain't any of the DCU movies, by the way. It is Zack Snyder's Justice League, the director's cut. That is my favorite comic book hero movie, hands down. Comic book hero movie. Me personally, just me. Because it's got all of my favorite characters in there. Because Zack Snyder made it work. Because it's a beautiful masterpiece. Just me personally. I know, like, Tails and all them, they don't like it. Like, and it is to each his own, right? You know, like, I'm sure I get bashed. Probably right now, people are bashing me, oh, you know, like Zack Snyder or what? I don't care. You know, I really don't care, right? To each his own, and everybody and their fandoms and stuff like that. But when it comes to something that for me, like, I have a lot of passion for, and then, because when I watched Justice League in the theater, I was so disappointed because Joss Whedon, he took over the director reins for Justice League, as we like to call it. And it was just horrible. And then just beginning to hear, like, you know, the guy that played Cyborg, how badly he was treated in the movie when Joss Whedon came versus how Zack Snyder treats all of his cast and crew like family. I didn't like that. And so, yeah, the Justice League that came out in the theater, man, I couldn't stand it. I didn't like it. And so I really hated the DCEU because of that. And then, you know, we got the HBO version, right? Zack Snyder got to come back and at least complete what he wanted to do, at least show us what he wanted to do. And still till this day, it's one of my favorite comic book movies. So let's go. Long-winded, so sorry. But it is what it is. I meant Supergirl was great. Oh, okay, cool. I thought you meant Disclosure Day. My bad. All right, yeah, Supergirl, awesome. Okay, this guy knows movies. I already know this guy knows movies. So if he said it's good, I'm going to walk in there with a smile on my face and be ear to ear. I hear, Christopher, it's got a vibe, right? It's got a vibe. And if it's got a vibe, that's even better. So let's go. Tell him. Tell him. All right. Okay. Enough of my lecturing here. Anything else, D, before we move topics?
Go check out the movie. Let us know how you liked it or didn't like it. And yeah, come and join us for the review on the Severed Floor.
Yes.
Time and date TBA.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go to our community shout outs, guys, before we get out of here, because we got to take our daughter to volleyball practice soon. Also, I seen you in here, Dr. Fidgetal. Let's go. Let's go. I was at work, but I was listening to your guys' conversation, you, Callie, and Millie. Shout out to you guys and what you're doing and what you're building. And yeah, I like that. And I'm 100% agreeing with you on us building and working all together. As they all say in this space, guys, a rising tide lifts all ships. So let's all rise with the tide together. Surf's up, baby. Let's go.
You know, I've been hearing that so many times. like in the past week. I
Makes
just
you
heard
feel
it
good, huh?
today on a particular show too. Yeah.
What content creator used to always say that back in the old days? You know, the old Real Uncommon podcast days? Those were the content creators that used to say this all the time. And we used to get like, remember, we used to get vilified for it too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh man.
ah,
Anyways, and then
anyway.
we moved on.
Yeah. Let's move on to this content creator who's figured that out. Jan collects. One of the biggest things I've learned over the past few months through the many interviews we've hosted on Beyond the Drop is just how many incredible communities exist within the collecting space. Amazing. Whether it's Vivi, Digitoys, Candy Digital, Panini, Suye, Doodles, and many others, each one is filled with passionate collectors, dedicated builders, and genuinely great people. I truly believe that every community has something valuable to offer the others. We can learn from each other's experiences, celebrate each other's successes, and help grow the collector ecosystem as a whole. My hope is that we'll continue to see more cross-pollination between these communities in the future because at the end of the day, we're all collectors at heart. I couldn't agree more. And to hear Jan say this, I love to hear this. And I see what you and Josh are doing, Jan, and I'm all for it, man. And I love that. You know what I mean? Like not only with their app, but with their content. Like just in the past few weeks, they've had so much different people from Panini to to the Web2 side, to the physical side. Like, what do you collect, right? With Paul, they've had dude lifts with Doodles. You guys probably don't even know this, but they got another banger on Sunday. I'm not gonna say who because I've seen it already, but they haven't advertised. But they got another banger interview coming, guys, and it's also from another community. And then they also had Tad Smith on, and also Will, right? And
Mhm.
and how I see them moving and building in their app, it is exactly that whole a rising tide lifts all ships, right? And to see content creators like Jan and Josh stepping outside of the bubble and actually going outside, it's really good for the space because if you guys want people, let's give an example. If you guys want newer people to maybe join Vivi or DigiToys and be a part in the drops and also be in the part of the marketplace, that's how you organically do it. You talk to other people in other communities and you have a conversation about collecting. You bridge that gap that way.
Oh my
That's how
gosh.
you do it. Or at least that's how we've been doing it for 4 years. And to see other creators finally doing this, like, it brings a tear to my heart. It's like Oz today. He had Neon Ichiban. I'm like, oh. So I love it, guys. We need more of that.
It's good to see.
We need more of that. So shout out to Jan Collects. Shout out to Josh for doing that, for taking that extra step. Shout out to Cover Watch right here. Look at these guys. I was in this interview too. And you know what? I asked the elephant in the room question. Why aren't they in Web3? They explained it. They are offering the Web2 side. This is the other side of the tracks. And I love it because they got reward system. There were alpha in here as well. There's going to be a content creator program in here as well, guys. And the fact that these guys are comic book collectors, that's the one thing that I heard about this interview that was the best thing. These two, David and Chip, are comic book collectors. At the end of the day, you want collectors who know the stuff, running the stuff, right? So this was awesome, by the way. Shout out to Video Shane and shout out to Osman Collect 63. Deke, if you can, please drop the YouTube for this if anyone's not seen this. Also, can you drop also Dr. Digital's YouTube that he had with Millie as well as Cali Comics as well, just in case people haven't seen it. We got almost 200 people watching, and I'm assuming this is people that are from our diverse side of the project. So guys, if you guys aren't in any of these other projects that we're talking about, take a look at this as well. This is what cross-pollination is all about. This is exactly what Jan said as well. And also Cowls, I know you guys watched this interview with them. I'm slowly educating our friends here on the legacy cowl versus the OG cowl. They got it now. I think they're going to need your help on finding the right OG cowl for them as well. So we might have another 2 over here that will need you guys' help. D, make sure that you file this in the memory cap, because I'll forget.
I forgot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, also go and follow Osmond Collect 63. He is an affiliate with the True Media Group. He's our actually hardest working affiliate right here. And he's doing a lot of great work. Phenomenal interview, Oz. Phenomenal. I left you a message. Go check your DM. I'm very proud of you. Let's go. And then also, speaking of Oz, he's going to have Get to the Comics tomorrow, because tomorrow he's going to be covering Marauders number 21, which is a comic that's going to be on Vivi. They're going to be reading a Vivi digital comic. And tomorrow, their guest readers are going to be Lexi, along with Vivi Comic Guy, Slider, Ronnie Lido, Omi Wan, and our friends in Canada, Denny OC and Jub Jub. And this is going to be awesome, guys. And if you guys have been listening to Jub Jub really gets into the meat and potatoes of the reading. So, guys, if you don't know what this is, Osmond Collects actually reads comic books online, and then he asks you to participate. And this is cool, guys, because if you've never read a comic book online, you can really be a geek and really just turn off the adult part. As you know, David likes to always say, David uses the term kidult. Be a kidult for about an hour and two, read a comic book, and have a great time. And that's what this is all about. I believe they're reading this comic book because Vivi dropped the Marauder set with Magic as well as Emma Frost. So this should be awesome, guys. Go follow them. D, go drop the link for this, which is tomorrow, down below. Let's go. And then also, guys, I want to give a shout out to Vivi because they do have their community meetups. From Vancouver to Auckland, Vivi community continues to come together around the world. I love that, by the way, guys. Over the past 2 weekends, collectors gathered to share their passion for collecting, enjoy trivia, connect with fellow fans, and create new friendships through Vivi community events. A huge thank you to everyone who attended, participated, and helped make these gatherings so memorable. Want to join a future event near you? More dates and locations have been added. Check out the upcoming events, and I'm going to click into them. That's why I didn't want to show them yet. We've got the New Zealand crowd right here. This is a really phenomenal, I can't zoom in, sorry. Phenomenal picture to see. Is this David's penthouse or is this Dan's penthouse? Whose penthouse are we looking at here? Where's the jacuzzi, by the way, guys? But this is awesome. This looks like it's like a house party they had here right here, D. So shout out to them. What do you think about this this gathering, D?
Very cool. My first thought was, is that actually like a person with a mask thing on their face in the back corner?
What you mean?
That green thing. Is that someone with something over their head, or is that just like a prop?
I think it's a prop.
Oh, okay. I was like, maybe it's someone that didn't want their face shown.
Yeah, but maybe we can ask Lizzie. We'll just take a picture, and maybe Lizzie will figure out who it is. That's our AI, by the way, guys.
Yeah, but look at what's on the table.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see what it is. I see what it is. I see what you're doing, David.
Is Sven, I know what that correct? Is. Are we having more Jurassic Park?
No, I'm thinking about.
Or is that a Kalanosaurus collab coming soon?
Yeah. Or that could be nothing. But shout out to these guys, and then also I know these two pretty faces right here. Shout out to Denny and Chris Severs right here. Yes. Look at these two glowing right here. These party animals. And I wanted to bring up this post because it has to be said that D and I would not be up here if it wasn't for these community events. And let me say this. If D and I never went to DCon 2022 and attended the community events, it would have never inspired us to start this channel. And so I really got to give praise to where this all started. And this started with these VV community events right here. And so I really think these VV community events is key, not only to continue what the community has built so far, but also to bring in new people. Like you guys already know, when you've gone to Vegas, there's always newbies coming around. There's always new people that we can kind of rope in, or just a camaraderie part, right? Sometimes you'll just meet a comic collector or a card collector, and they just get into a vibe with you. And then you're going to hear a VV fam or somebody say, hey, you want to come to this party? You're invited. Here, come. You know, I don't have a +1. I'll bring you, right? Mm-hmm. That's how it starts. And that's how these community events starts. And so shout out to these community events. Also, shout out to VV Magic. I saw the VV heart she made, and I'm with you, Arcade. to me, it's the best logo they ever made. Is that VV heart of VV Magics and Magic? Shout out to you because that thing is beautiful. Like the way that it's designed inside and out because it's kind of got a cutout in the middle, and you can tell that there was thought put into that, and the color, right? The color blends with that too. And I'm with you as well, Arcade. My least favorite logo is the LA Strong logo. I mean, that just looks like Havelka font on there or something, right? No offense, Ben. But yeah, but anyways, shout out to these events because these events, dare I say, help create the foundation of true media. We would never be up here as a talking head if it wasn't for the VV event to motivate us to continue this conversation. That's the reason why we're up here, guys. We wanted to have a conversation. I think we've literally interviewed everyone pretty much on VV Fam side. We've interviewed a ton of people on the McFarlane Toys side, a ton of people on DigiToys side, and now we're reaching out to more people. Candy Digital, we're reaching out to the Web3 sides as well. We've had a ton of people from like Second Life, Decentraland, Futureverse before they, went to the way of the shadows. You know what I mean? But that's how you make connections in this space. You don't silo yourself. You don't stick to one corner. You go out there and you say hi, you shake a hand, you make friends. That's how it's done. And so this right here is a culmination. Just got to go out a little bit more. So shout out to these two beautiful people for doing this and then keeping this alive. Shout out to all of these people in New Zealand. One day, D and I will make it out there. I've never been to New Zealand, but I want to visit our cousins out there. And shout out to Magic and her program out here. And I just can't wait to see the next one. And I joke around, guys. We're going to have an unofficial Hawaii meetup. Who knows? Maybe it'll be official, but we are planning a meetup here in Hawaii next year. So
everyone is welcome from every community.
And everyone is invited. That's the thing about us. Because like the more people, the bigger the party, guys. The bigger the party, the more historic it is. The more historic it is, the more fun it's going to be. And dare I say, D, these guys have not experienced a D and Hinano party, haven't they? I don't even think our team understands who we are when it comes to the party part, right? How many people we had in this house? Beyond hundreds, by the way.
I think if we had like the fire code of the max capacity per room or building.
My neighbor's a cop. Okay, my neighbor is a cop. My neighbor was so cool because she could hear me. She could hear me from up top. She knocked on the door at 1 and said, "I'm not asking you to stop the party. I'm asking you to tell the people on the roof to get off the fucking roof." And I'm like, all right, I got you. Didn't even know they were on the roof, but they're on the roof. You know what I mean? Let's get them off the roof. Yeah, that's the type of parties we throw. Now, this is back in the very young days. We don't do that no more. We're young and dumb. Yeah, now we're old fogies. We can barely stay up past 8 o'clock. And our idea of a party is Monopoly. But if we were to throw a party, now they're like, oh yeah, we don't want these guys throwing a party. Now, if we were to throw an event, we're pretty good at throwing events. I want to say the last event we threw was like a co-managed graduation party, and we had about 850 people there. IMC'd, by the way, DMC'd. And this is before we actually were on here. Remember that, D? Gosh, I was nervous back then. Yeah. The worst is trying to like manage people at like the beer kegs. But anyways, needless to say, we've thrown parties. We've had a beer garden before. We've had entertainment, fire knife dancers. It's scary. You got to get insurance for that. Security. We've had security. Yeah, we know how to throw a party. So let's go. We'll leave it at that. Anything else you want to add, D?
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that.
More info coming next year.
Yo, whoa, what? Which pitch are you talking about? Whoa, pause. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yo. And with that, we're gonna move on. All right, guys. No PDLs today. We are pausing the rewards program till next week. In fact, you guys are probably gonna get a DM. Anyone that has a PDL right now, you're gonna get a DM, and and we'll explain why later. But this will recommence next week. And what is this? If you don't know what it is, this is basically our promotional rewards program, where you collect all of our promotional digital logos, or PDLs. And this is like a good example of what a PDL looks like. And they're pretty cool. They're all designed by us. They're all produced. Even the audio and sound is all by us. Ooh, I'm looking at the time. We're gonna have to get out of here soon. And so if you are able to collect all of our PDLs, it unlocks the mystery box. And then the mystery box gives you a chance to win merch like this, promotional merch, as well as our digital trading cards right here. And digital always rhymes with digital, huh, D? So there's that. And not only have a chance to win promotional merch, and this is all promotional merch from us, True Media, you also have a chance, and I hope Raven's watching, to win specialized promotional merch, where you can only get it by collecting all the logos. And so, if you're somebody stacking these, you're a very smart person, because you're just closer to get these. And you cannot get these. You will not be able to buy these. These are not for sale. Sorry, Shankster. Not for sale. You can only get these if you participate in our promotional rewards program. This isn't the only thing that's going to be gold, by the way, guys. Think about a gold hoodie. That'd be cool too, huh? And if by some chance you're wearing something gold, and I see you in Vegas or Decon or whatever, boy, just use your imagination. Leave it at that. All right, cool. Guys, tomorrow we're going to have Derek Snook on the program. It's going to be a little bit earlier. What time are we going to have Derek on tomorrow, guys?
1 p.m. Pacific time.
1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For all my candy fans out there watching, please tune in. Come check out the conversation. We'll have a nice conversation with Derek. And we'll see if he's hiking a volcano. Hulking a volcano.
Oh, that was a good merger right there.
Yeah. But lastly, to kind of end it, because we're going to get out of here, guys, we are on chain, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we are.
And I just want to give a big shout out to Candy Digital and Tad once again for keeping his word, for Candy for putting in all the hard work and not stalling this. They got it done. They said what they were going to do. They did it. And I'm sure it was going to be like, it took them 4 years. Context. New owner. Okay? New owner. Took new owner 4 months to mint all these on Solana. Took new owner 4 months to launch a brand new website. Brand new. Okay. Took new owner to establish a way of attrition, which is a burning mechanism, which is also part of the diamond economy, guys. Collect, burn, and earn. Unbelievable, guys. So shout out to the Batcowls. Appreciate you guys. And I'm sure you guys are all happy. That is the most right here. Just looking at all this, I just think of you guys. All the Twitter spaces, all the YouTube channels,
first of all,
everything, guys. I am so happy. Look at how beautiful this all looks. Shout out to the Batcowls. Shout out to the DC3 comic guys. Shout out to the Major League Baseball guys. And shout out to Candy Digital guys. We're here. We've made it. Everyone is here. I love it. And guys, D, anything else before we go?
Thank you, everyone, for always coming by to support and hang out with us. And hanging out for like 2 hours of your lifetime. And stay tuned for updates that we'll be having next week. And we'll be putting out when we figure out a time and date for the Severed Floor to review Supergirl and possibly Motu. And if anyone that's listening wants to hop up and review any of the 2 shows with us, please feel free to let us know, and we'll throw the link out for anyone that wants to hop on.
Yeah. Also, Little Alpha, being in our Discord is something you want to do. D, drop the Discord link. You want to be in our Discord because, let's just say, all the fun things we used to do when it was the Real Uncommon podcast, they're coming back. And we'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching now or on the replay, We appreciate you for watching every single time. Shout out to everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, one more thing. Shoot, I'm so sorry. I do have a sneak peek at our new animated series. Okay, let's play that real quick.
That was Free Willy style right there.
Yeah, guys, so if you guys know, we have a show called Lost Tides, and it deals with basically that submarine called the Corsair. But a lot of our in real life content that we use AI is switching over to animation for a lot of reasons that I'll explain later about. But because we're switching a lot of our shows to animation, it lets me tell the story a little bit better and flesh out the story. Lost Tides was the very first original content series that we launched with, and mainly because I was trying to figure out how to make a constant placeholder with AI, and a car wouldn't do it, a spaceship wouldn't do it, but a submarine could, a hot dog with a propeller. That's the reason why we have a series with a submarine, because that was the only vehicle that I could keep consistent when I first was starting to use AI, specifically Google Veil. And then I created a series around that, which then was supposed to be a comic book, but certain projects took too long. So I ended up making the comic book into a series. So the Corsair is 1 year before the events of Lost Tides. And yes, guys, the last time we left Lost Tides, the Corsair was sinking to the bottom of the ocean. I purposely left it on a cliffhanger, and I even told Dee, should I kill everybody or should I make everyone live? We're just going to leave it on the cliffhanger, right? And so the Corsair is going to bring you right back to where we are, but you're going to get to see it from different perspectives through the cartoon version. You're going to get to have the characters fleshed out more, because with animation, I can do a lot more dialogue. So that's coming out. Halfway done with that. I'm also doing the Fangirls episode 4. I'm on Act 2 right now, and I know certain people have seen a preview of that. I won't name who, but there is a preview of that as well. So, I want to say, give me another 2 weeks and it'll be done. And that one will be ready to release. So there's that as well. All right. Other than that, I think that's it. Thank you for joining us, guys. I can't wait to see where we are with Candy next week, as well as the brand new drops that they're going to have for MLB. And I'm going to be participating in that as well. But guys, take care. Until the next time, we'll see you later. And up and to the right, guys. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.